man. Welcome to another episode of Drinks Entrees, man. My name is James.
My name is Kenny, and we're here bringing casual conversation to life. Another week. What episode this is, James?
Season 2,
right?
17 total. Season 2, episode 7. Yep.
Hey, man. So we getting close to that 20th, man. We may have to do something special, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. We pressing on, man. Pressing on through COVID, man.
Yeah, how was your week,
rocking
bro?
And rolling. Oh man, my week was good. Maintaining, getting things done at the center. Staying out the way, as we can see, things are still COVID spiking. So trying to stay out the way, trying to stay healthy. You know what I mean? Chilling. How you doing, man? How's everything with you?
I'm good. Everything good. Did y'all enjoy the debate last night? It wasn't a shit show, but did y'all enjoy that debate last night? Or was y'all just watching the game or BET or?
I was back and forth with both. I had to watch the game though, but that mute button came in handy.
Yeah. I watched it, and then I went for a run last night. So I watched some of it and I listened to it. Like you said, it wasn't necessarily a shit show like it was the first time, but they still was kind of throwing their little jabs. It was cute.
Yeah,
it was cute.
It's a funny guy, man.
Yeah,
Trump's a funny guy.
Yeah, man. But before, hey, we look like we lost one already.
I think she's still there. I just think go ahead.
Cut the camera off. But I hope she be back on soon.
Yeah, I think we did lose her.
Yeah, man, already. You know what I'm saying? Technical difficulties. But moving forward, man, we're not gonna hold up the show, man. Hopefully she gets back on. You know, hopefully her Wi-Fi ain't messed up. She need to get her 5G together. But without further ado, man, let's introduce the guests that we do have on here. And hopefully before we end, she can get back on here. But first of all, we always say ladies first. So we're gonna introduce Sparkle.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's been too long.
Hey.
No, you were season 1, episode 1.
Hey.
Very first.
So introduce yourself, man, and if you got anything you'd like to promote, definitely please promote.
All right. Well, my name is Sparkle, and I'm about to shout my daughter out for Ill Fashions Apparel. This is one of her shirts. Ill Fashions, check her out. Some urban attire. Get at her.
Definitely. How can we get at her? What is it? Is it on IG? Is it?
You can go on Ill Fashions Apparel on IG. Hold on, let me find her website real quick.
Okay.
Check her out on Ill Fashions online. Get at her.
I got you. We can Google it. Well, welcome back, Erica. We thought we lost you for a minute. Didn't know what was going on with your Wi-Fi.
I don't know what happened either. Everybody froze and I got kicked out the bar.
Oh, man.
I was like, dang.
Well, welcome you back. So introduce yourself, and if you got anything you'd like to promote, please do.
No, my name is Erica. I don't have anything to promote except for this happy Friday and our conversation we about to have.
I bet it. And last but not least, my little bro, you know what I'm saying? My big little bro, because that nigga like 6'4", you know what I'm saying? But my big bro, my little big bro, man, Trey 5. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, man? I'm here, man. That's the biggest part, man. I'm here. I'm just grateful, man. Shout out to y'all for having me, man, for the first time. I know I cut you out a couple times because I ain't been on it. No, I'm here now. You hear me? So, man, I ain't got too much to promote, but man, BSI basketball, man. I be training basketball. Yeah. If anybody want, some work, follow me, BSI_Meach.
Yeah, man. If you trying to listen, man, get your game right, man. You trying to get your kids, get them buckets. You know what I mean? He ain't doing 25 moves. He ain't doing a bunch of cone drills. He just getting you a bucket and getting out of there, man.
Getting 1 or 2 moves and going, you know what I'm saying? When I started at age 6, all the way up to pros, you know what I'm saying? I got the babies too.
Yeah, man. All right, definitely. We definitely gonna get that information from you so we can post it and put it up as well. Also, man, I know me and you had talked earlier this week. Actually, I seen your post, man. I got called it, man. Like you said, man, I'm glad you're here, man. God bless you, man.
Yeah, man.
seen what happened, man, and you know, had an accident. I don't want to go too deep into it, man, because you here. That's the past now. So even though it was a day old, but still, it's you know, you here. So
it's an eye opener, man. I mean, I'm a risky guy, but when you have your life flash in front of your eyes, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Really being on the side of your, like, literally your car flip, you ain't got no control. Your instincts just kick in to like get out immediately, and that's what I did. I just hopped out the window, man. And luckily, it was some guys that would just so happen to ride by, and we pushed the car back down on all fours, man. But the other dude, he rode off, though. But it is what it is, man. I can't cry with spit. I walked away with a mild concussion, sprained wrist, and some scratches. I'm still here. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, man. And especially, I know it's crazy because especially when it's not your fault, that's even worse. So, you know what I mean?
It's even worse when your car paid off.
Yeah, that. Hey,
I'm
man.
so glad. Look, I'm glad I was just about to put some gas in that joint. I'd have been mad if I filled my tank up and that's just happened.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, the worst hood is adulthood. I hate this hood. It
made it sound so fun as a kid.
We
couldn't wait to grow up.
We glad you still here, man, because we can replace cars. We can replace cars, man.
Yeah, you can replace material things, but once that soul leave, man, that's it, man.
Yeah, man. Like you said, that's the most important thing, man. I'm still here. See what I'm saying? I'm still here. I can still kick it, vibe with y'all, man. That's the most important part for me, man. Like I don't take nothing else for granted. Nothing. Everything I had on my bucket list, when I tell you I'm knocking it out, man.
Let's get to it.
Nothing. Hear me?
Yeah, let's get to it, man. Well, like I said, we're glad that you're here. Glad that it wasn't anything else. You know, glad it wasn't detrimental. You know, glad it wasn't fatal. So, you know what I mean? Welcome everybody to the show, man. Kenny, you ready to get rock and rolling, man? You got the happy hour for us, man?
Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. We me and you talked about this about a couple months ago, really. And you know, I found it relevant to, you know, what we have prepared for this show. And we're talking about is a double standard between women and men. And I just want to ask, you know, the men on the show can be honest, the women on the show, I'm trying to get an understanding of this. So, like, how come when women always say, my father spoiled me, and as, you know, my father spoiled me, and as a, hold on a second. Women always say, my father spoiled me. And as men, we automatically have to step our game up. But when our mothers spoil us and we require the same energy, it's like, I'm not your mama, aka your mama's boy, or, you know, you being a softie or whatever. Why is that? Is that a double standard? Is that a true statement?
Who you want to talk to first? I like to talk to the women about it because I have my opinions on it already. But, you know, like I like, you know, it's, you know, like you said, my daddy set this certain standard, so that man has to come behind it and do that. But if, you know, I say something about me being my mama set a certain standard when I ain't your mama. So
yeah,
who you want to hear from first, man?
Let's go with our one of our first guests. Let's go with Sparkle first.
Unmute yourself, Sparkle. Jesus Christ.
Come on, Sparkle, we want to hear from you.
Drinking, so I started drinking first. So my reaction may be a little delayed, but so my daddy didn't spoil me. So I'm one of those girls that didn't have her father around. So I was really hard on guys because, you know, I kind of low-key expected them to make up for what my dad didn't do. So then for them to be like coddled by a mom, yeah, that did bother me. So I don't know if I can really answer this question like wholeheartedly.
Well, just be on the outside look. Just be on the outside looking in. Like my daughter is 8 years old and she's been to California, Jamaica. She's eaten at some of the expensive restaurants and all this. It's going to be hard for another man to come in and to try to impress her and show her things that she's seen since she was a child and continue to see throughout her life. So, like, you know, what would you, like, if just looking from the outside in, what would be your judgment?
Okay, so my judgment for that is, even though you've shown her so many great things already, I just don't think that women should always look to men to kind of shower them with gifts and things like that. Like for me, I'm not just looking for a guy that can shower me. I'm looking for someone that's a protector and someone that's strong and, those kind of things. So I don't know. Again, I'm kind of obsessed with this question. We might have to pass this to Erica. I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna lay on my shoulders.
that was a good segue to you, Erica. Almost. That was cute.
Under the bus.
So like,
I'll take it. All right, I'm gonna work backwards. I feel like when a woman, not me per se, but when a woman says, "I'm not your mama," you got to think about everything your mother did for you when you were little. Basically, what she's saying is, "I'm not your maid. I'm not about to." Constantly pick up after an adult. We in an adult situation I'm assuming an adult household where pick up after yourself. If it's one or two things straggling, all right, fine. But I'm not constantly picking up after you. Like I said, I'm not your maid. I'll cook, but this isn't a restaurant. Don't think every freaking day you about to ask for some type of specialty. Nigga, one day it's gonna be ramen. It is.
Okay.
And I mean, when it comes to the dad issue, I'm in the same boat as Sparkle. Like, I wasn't spoiled by my dad, and my grandfather literally made me work for everything I had. I had a job since I was 7. That is not an exaggeration.
This is true. I know your granddad.
Right. So I have a man, again, same boat as Sparkle. I'm looking for head of household. It's not that I can't carry my weight, because I can. You damn table if it's necessary. But yeah, I think maybe a lot of women's love languages maybe gifts or something like that. And maybe that's just how you show that you were thinking about this person, how you hold this person special, the same way you do for your daughter. Like, you treat her like the princess that she is. Watch it, and we want to be treated like the queens and princesses that we are. Not saying that it shouldn't be reciprocated, because it should, but and in the same token, don't think just because you're doing this stuff, it's impressing me. I just like it gives me a nice name.
Okay. Let's go to you, Trey.
I mean, I think it's a double standard, but at the same token, I feel like if her father treated her a certain way, then it's up to you to uphold that, you know what I'm saying, and supersede it. You see what I'm saying? Like, as a man, that's what you just gotta do. If her father treated her like royalty, like he said, like his daughter done been in all types of countries and ate at fancy restaurants and all that type of stuff. Some dudes might be intimidated by that, but if she meet that person that want to uphold that, then she got the one. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a man, you should just uphold what her father did. You know what I'm saying? Because you asked for her hand in marriage, so you got no choice. You know what I'm saying? But far as the mother part, like, I'm not your mother. That part is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, geez, like that. I mean, that part is controversial because it's like, I'm not asking you to be my mother, you know what I'm saying? But, sometimes I might leave my socks on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I might be tired of you. Just pick them up. Like, you might leave a dish or two in the sink. I'm going to wash them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be like, dang, you got dishes in the sink. One person say, I ain't your father. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
that's different.
What? What's different?
No, I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying that's different.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? It
Don't jump on the defense yet.
Nah, I ain't. Look, I'm with all the smoke. I'm with all the smoke. I mean, like I said, it is controversial, but you just take it with a grain of salt and try to like you said, for the man part, build on it, and the woman part, y'all just, like she said, love languages. Got to be on a same accord with that. You got to know your partner's love language, and they got to know yours.
Got you. I don't know who it is. Somebody got some noise in the background from people talking, man. I ain't sure who it is, man. If you in a space where maybe you could close the door or something, close the door. And I think that was Trey. That's what I thought it was. Just close the door at least, bro.
Close clothes, man. What you talking?
Yeah, whatever, man. With that being said, Kenny, you want to answer or you want me to go?
You go ahead. You go ahead, man.
For me, I wrestle with that. I didn't have my dad growing up, as everybody knows. It seems like it comes up a lot on the show. I mean, my dad is a great person. Let me get that. Let's clear the air with that. My dad's a great individual. Since I met him, he's treated me like royalty. You know what I mean? But I grew up with my mom. My sister, her dad is a great person. Hasn't been the greatest dad. I mean, he's gotten better over the years, of course. So I've seen what a strong Black woman looks like. You know what I mean? Grinding all that. My mom is my best friend. You know what I mean? That's my go-to, man. I talk to her about everything. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, like, am I looking for a woman to do what my mom did? Not necessarily, but you know, just like I may have some big shoes to fill. You got some big shoes to fill. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
looking at it like that.
Yeah, like you got to come with it too. If you want me to treat you as such, I should be treated as such as well. I think it goes hand in hand. I know a relationship is not going to be 50-50 all the time, but when and some things you're going to do in a relationship, somebody's going to do more of something. But when we come to the whole of the relationship, it should be 50-50. So like, you know, like if you cook clean, you know, you expect me to take out the trash because that's what your dad did. Your dad brought home the bacon and things like that, you know, or, you know, he was the breadwinner or he was the head of the household and things of that nature. Then, yeah, I understand where you're coming from and I can accept those things and stuff like that. But you have to understand there's certain things that I'm requesting from you as well. And I shouldn't be looked at when I request those things with like I got 3 eyes. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be looked at like that. I shouldn't be looked at and say, okay, well, you know, your dad did these things, this, that, and the third. I get it. But, you know, my mom, you know, she was this, she was that. But if that's not you, I do understand that I have to accept it. But you don't have to tell me I'm not your mama. You know what I mean? And you're a mama's boy like that. Because I ain't gonna lie, I am a mama's boy. And I'm proud of it. I still call her mommy. That's my mommy. You know what I mean? She Ma Duke's in the phone, but I'm like, mommy. That's just what it is. And Erica know. That's my cousin, so she know. Yeah. But she know how it go.
That's definitely mommy.
Yeah, and then I was spoiled by my grandma. So, you know, for me, it was, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was love.
So, you know, I just think that I shouldn't feel or walk on eggshells if I request something from you and get backlash for requesting it because I'm a man. You know what I mean? I know as a man, there's certain things that I have to do and there's certain things that I should do as a man. I understand that. But I don't think that I should be scrutinized for it because I'm requesting something. You looking at me like, oh, you weak. Like I shouldn't be looked at like that. Kenny, what's your thoughts on it? I mean, you know, you grew up with both of your parents, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there's a balance. I think I say that there should be a balance, you know, for both sides, but I do think I can't ask my wife or whoever, or a man asks their girl or wife or whoever they're dealing with to be their mom, because I mean you're a different person, so you can't really expect your mom, your girl to carry the weight that you saw your mom did when both your kids are there, because she might not be that person. She may have grew up like Sparkle and Erica. So I just think I'm both ways with it. I can see the hypocrisy because I've heard girls or women I deal with in the time that's in the past that said that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but then when I throw that at them, then it's sometimes it can be bullshit, but sometimes it can be real too, though. So,
man, yeah. So I mean, I have no problem with it. I mean, double standards exist. We all know that because it's the same. Go ahead, Sparkle. I see you raise your hand.
I was gonna say, what's the bullshit when you said sometimes it could be bullshit or it could be real? What's that?
Because sometimes when a woman thinks she threw the ace card out, and then I come back with my joker, then then you say the same shit I said the first time. I mean, it's just bullshit.
You're playing games, Kenny. You're playing games. You playing games. Both of y'all game players.
No, it ain't no game. It's not game players. I just think like even when you say, hey, if y'all having a conversation and you say, well, babe, you tell a man, hey, I think these are some of the things that I don't agree with you, and I would like to see a change in this area. and then a man say, hey, well, I would like to see a change in this area. Well, this is who I am. Take me as I am.
Yeah,
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta bring their zodiac sign into it at that point.
that's how it is. Women can do that.
Wow.
That's crazy. Spot.
That's cool.
Y'all know what it is.
That's
Nah, that
crazy.
gotta go hand to hand though.
You don't
If
go
I gotta
through
uphold
what I go
something,
through
you gotta
once a
uphold
month.
it too.
Y'all
Yeah, you
can't
don't-
live with them, and you can't live without them.
Yeah, wow. Kenny, you said something. Kenny, I heard what you
Yeah.
said. I don't know if that's going to
Yeah.
slide. You don't go through what I go through once a month. I won't
Yeah.
say that piece.
Jesus.
That's not my fault. Y'all ate the apple.
Oh,
So,
Y'all wanna
boy.
move on?
You can't live with her, and you can't live without her, Kenny. You tried it.
Damn, but
Period.
been a long road for you.
Like, seriously. Yeah.
Where my fellas at, man? Y'all going back?
Nah, we with you, bro.
We with you.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
All right.
I respect what you said. I respect what you said.
That
But
ain't
like
our fault. We can't control that.
Plan ahead, Kenny. You know what's coming every 28 to 30 days, so deal.
Not if she on the
That's
show.
it. Playing accordingly. Playing
So what about the
accordingly.
adults? What about the ones
Be
who
proactive.
don't bleed every month? You on birth control? Then what's the excuse?
You still get PMS.
No, you still have the symptoms.
You still have the symptoms.
Yeah, you still have the symptoms.
But you ain't gotta go through the cramps.
No,
Yeah.
you still have the symptoms.
It depends. Actually, it depends. But you still go through the symptoms. You still get the backaches. You still get the mood swings. You still get the symptoms. So
Yeah.
I
So we got
reiterate, plan accordingly.
Sometimes the mood swings, do y'all lean on that as a crutch sometimes? Do y'all go a little harder?
I'm not
Yeah.
speaking for nobody else. I'm not
Yeah.
speaking for nobody else. I don't.
That song by Monica, the one, like basically she don't want to be bothered. Like it's just
one of those days.
It's one of those days.
Okay. So I come home.
Like it's like that.
But everybody's entitled to just one of those days. though.
That's all I was going to say.
It's not even a male or female thing. Everybody's entitled to just one of those days.
Girl, I have 2 weeks. It don't be just one day.
Damn.
It be like 2 weeks. It be 14 days.
Oh,
It is.
my goodness. You know
Some
what?
people just do like that.
Get out that apple.
Listen, at
And
the end
Adam
of the
wasn't
day.
no type of leader.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Wow, that's how you
He wasn't
feel?
no type of
Hold
leader.
on, whore. It wasn't Adam.
Yes,
Yes, it was. Eve may have,
yes,
but he was head of household. He wasn't no
yeah.
leader.
You know why? Because he told her no.
He
He told Eve, don't do it.
Eve.
I'm
He told Eve. See, that's what
Eve
y'all
was
women do.
naked though.
Y'all
She
don't-
just
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Everybody, hold up, y'all.
so you
Hold up,
lose your
everybody.
mind?
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Everybody argue. Hold up. Let's hear one people at a time because I don't want it to get cluttered. I want to hear cluttered.
When
But
Adam
go ahead, Kenny.
told Eve not to go in the garden and eat apple off that tree. That's the problem with women today. They don't listen to
But
their
Adam told Eve. God told Adam. So who should be listening to who?
So can I say
He
something?
did.
Why Adam ain't cut the damn tree down?
He probably could have gave her a whole second wife if he had been.
Cut
No,
the tree down.
you messed up. You messed up. He could have got a whole second wife and we
See
be in
what
a
I
whole
mean?
nother situation.
See what I mean?
Do I need to get my good book?
No.
Oh,
We don't need
Somebody
to.
Bible study this
No.
young.
I'm not afraid of the Bible. We can go there.
I'm not afraid of the
I gotta get on
Bible,
the
but
phone.
we got. Listen, I'm not afraid of the Bible, but we
The
got
point-
some show to get to.
It just is what it is.
Damn,
He didn't have to go along. He had choice just like she had choice.
I'm with
Yeah,
you.
she was stupid and fell for the okie doke, but
I'm with
he
you.
ain't have to go with her.
All she had to do was listen. It wouldn't have been no
He
okie
should
doke
have
if she was
cut
listening.
the damn tree down. He knew what his wife was capable of. He married her. Period.
But she had the robe on. She was in like,
No,
You can't just
harder
cut the
than-
tree down.
she
So if I'm married to
thinking about
you,
that.
problem going out on you, and we good now, but you chop my dick off before I go out now?
Can we say dick? If I can't cuss,
Oh my,
okay?
oh
I'm
my
through.
God.
I'm
This
through.
show is.
If
I'm
you
through.
say dick, I gotta be able to say the F word.
I
Come
am
on.
through.
Hey, listen. We could keep talking about this conversation all day. Yeah, listen.
No,
Next, go.
we
Come
not
on,
gonna
man.
get to no other topic.
Kenny, real quick, say for instance, if I'm married to someone and he knows that I can't handle finances because I overspend, he should not trust me to pay the bills. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you go behind his back and sneak and do something that you shouldn't do when he's trying to take care of things, because we all know never let the right hand see what the left hand is doing. We all know that saying. So if you have,
Who said she snuck and did it?
Well, yeah,
The
you're right.
Bible
I mean, there's temptation, just like it was with the serpent.
That's what I'm saying. She tempted Adam.
Yeah.
My sister told me some
listen, man, come on, man.
We need
This
some
is gonna
strong
We go back to Adam.
Man, listen, I see what this is. Somebody mute Sparkle. I see what this is. I see what this is. It's a double standard, and this is what it's gonna be. I get it.
I'm gonna edit that part out when I
you don't have to edit nothing out. We here now. You know what I mean? Whatever you drink, whatever you feeling. We here now. But at the end of the day, man, it is a double standard. But I just think it should be reciprocated, like both parties. Like, if you go ahead, cuz.
Just to play off what you said, yeah, this instance may be a double standard, but within a relationship, there are going to be other double standards that's going to work towards the male species as opposed to the female. Like how many bodies you got on your plate. That's
yeah.
It's going to work more towards the male than it does towards the female. I'm not trying to go completely down that road.
All right, respect. Let's
Don't
move on.
argue with me today.
Nah, we're not arguing. We're gonna say that for another show. We're gonna break
Especially you, James. Do not argue with me today. We're not gonna do this.
No argument.
I was just gonna say.
I got one question for you. Do you give your true number?
Say that again.
She said she froze up, but she said, "Do you?" I guess she's saying, "Do you tell your number of?"
Do you give your true number? Do you give your true number?
Hell no.
Every relationship, I'm reborn.
Nah, we could listen. We could talk about this stuff, but we about to listen. We could talk about this all day.
I'm fresh off the plate.
Oh man, we can talk about this all day, man.
We're not doing no.
All right, cool. Hey, Kenny, let's move on, man. Let's move on. This is gonna be a good show, man.
Wait till you get married.
This is gonna be a good show. I like it.
You the only one, baby. You the only waiting for you all.
Deny.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we usually do one gotta go or gotta get rid of one. How we play that game? But we in during the quarantine time, this versus battle became real popular. And everyone's been excited about certain battles and stuff like that, even the older people. With Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. But this week on Instagram, and I just hope that somebody will step in the ring with T.I., because this dude been calling out the whole industry, and I just think he really wants to be on Versus. He went at Busta Rhymes went at him, then he turned it down. He went at 50 in the past, and he called out anybody in New York. But there's one guy in Atlanta that accepted his challenge, and I just wanted to put it out there. We'll go around the table, but if T.I. and Jeezy do a versus battle, which I think they're talking about doing now.
Yeah,
mean battle. Mean battle.
T.I. called him out. T.I. said that he heard that he was asking for him. So T.I. called Jeezy out, and Jeezy said, "This is if you want this smoke." He said,
"Don't meet me." He said,
"Don't meet me there." He said, "Don't meet me there. I'll beat you there." So that's a good verse. So we don't have to even dive in too deep about who we're going to choose. But we just gonna go around the table. Trey, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna start with my fellow on this one.
I honestly, in that versus, T.I. got some hits, but Jeezy, I don't know. I think Jeezy got him, yeah.
Okay, cool.
The Snowman, I don't know.
Snowman, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go last. But Erica, who you got? T.I. Jeezy.
I don't know. I'm with Trey. You got the Snowman and the Rubber Band Man. Hits, but Jeezy got albums.
So you gonna go with Jeezy? You picking Jeezy?
Yeah. My sister on my live, she says she got Jeezy too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Snowman got it.
Sparkle, who you got?
like on Tip's team a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying like feeling Tip a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
okay, so you going with Tip. You going with Tip. T.I., Kenny.
I think if they do 20 songs, it depends on how they play their playlist. I think because they both just about even. But I get an edge to Tip. I get an edge to Tip, man. Tip got some sneakers. Like he can sneak some hits in and catch people off guard. People forgot about it, so
Right.
I'll give it to T.I.
For me, that's like everybody said, man. That's a tough one, man. Because Snowman got some stuff. You be like, yikes.
Ooh.
And then T.I. got some things you like. Yo, they both had a crazy run. Like their run was both of their runs was crazy. Plus, you got then if they do a feature, some of their features was bananas, man.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, you got the King of the South, and you got the Snowman. I'm gonna go with T.I. because T.I. said the Snowman lasts a season, the King lasts forever. So I'm a bang with.
But you know what though? You know what? Jeezy came out with My President Black. That was a monumental song, dog. That was monumental.
Oh yeah.
That album was crazy, man.
Jeezy tough, man. And like you said,
That's
though,
a hard
like
one.
you said, it's all depend on if they do 20 songs. It all depend on how they playing.
It all depends on how they
Gotta
playing.
play the right hits at the right time.
Yeah,
at the right time. Yeah.
And it to me it's all about who goes first because you can counter with one of your better hits if somebody goes first and they bring like if it's not set up like just straight 2020 and they already picked their 20 songs, if they just going through their catalog and he's like, oh, T.I. played this one, let me play that.
They got to switch it up like Jada and Fab did.
Yeah,
Jada and Fab, they switched it up, to do it like that.
So it all depends on what they play and how they come with it, man. But that's a great versus to me. I think it is because I think what's gonna happen is because like I know T.I. just dropped a new album and I like his new album. T.I. new album is solid.
It's pretty dope. Yeah.
But I just think that you haven't really heard a lot of T.I. songs and because Jeezy has been on a lot of features. And T.I. gonna hit something, you be like this, damn, I forgot about that. And I think that's what's gonna happen, man. I think it's gonna be one of those. I think he's gonna be one of those joints. It's gonna be a methodical win for T.I. But without further ado, man, let's get to this first round, man. First round, while he's getting the question together, what everybody drinking? I'm over here on the tequila. Erica, what you drinking on?
Tequila. Always.
Hindu say, hit me.
Oh man, Trey trying to do something wild tonight. He off the hit it.
Anything is possible, man.
He trying to club punch something. You know what I mean?
We going to Pound Town tonight.
Oh shit.
What about you, Spot? What you drinking?
I'm drinking some rum.
Okay. Hey, speaking of which, man, since we on out when we talk about our drinks, man, gotta shout out my Sparkle, man. She does make drinks, man. So if y'all in the business getting your drinks, she got her own spirit. It's called Sparkle Spirits, if I'm not mistaken.
It's called a taste a splash of sparkle.
A splash of sparkle, that's what it is. Splash of sparkle. Great drinks. You know what I mean? She definitely make a mean.
Where can we get it?
I'm about to say put
I get the information to everybody. You just call her and she'll pull up on you. You ain't got to go to her. She'll come to you. Hey, great prices. She can make you.
Gummies, popsicles, gummies, all that.
That's dope.
Man, she make a mean
habit.
She make a mean whiskey and ginger beer. Man. That drink's good,
man.
I tried that and I'm not even a brown person.
I can't say that up at first.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, because I was trying on my daughter. You know how that is.
You right, baby girl first.
Not about me.
Girl first.
I try to make it a habit. I think everybody should do it when you get paid every 2 weeks. I think everybody should try to support a couple of black businesses before you even spend your money anywhere else.
That's a good idea.
Right after you pay yourself, when you get paid, you put your money. I think we should all just be disciplined and do that. That's what I'm starting to do. So.
But I definitely have came over, man. Listen, Jello shot she made, you know what I mean, for a housewarming. It was dope. She I went out of town. She made me some She made me a tequila. I forgot what the mixture was, but you know, it was dope. Then one day I was just chilling. We just, you know, cause that's my homie. We was chilling. She made me actually a popsicle. It was like a peach and tequila, I think. Peach and tequila popsicle, man. And it was night. It was summertime, so it was just a dope feel. It was a dope vibe. Right. We were sitting on a patio, man. I mean, on the deck, and you know, just vibing, man. And good drinks, man. She get you right. So it's not a bunch of juice. It's definitely more liquor than juice. So man.
As it should.
Definitely before you leave the spot, you're gonna be just like this, chin to chest.
Chin up, so
chin to chest.
Chin to chest, man. But go ahead, Kenny. What's this first question?
All right, hold on. I just took this sip real quick. Hold on a second. That shit was strong. God dang. All right, so the first round. All right, here we go. We can all possibly agree that when it comes to a relationship, most women ask for exclusivity more than men do. And when both parties become exclusive, women are expecting their person to become monogamous. Now, hear me out with this question. I hear women saying that their man is always all over them, wanting sex all the time or too much. This makes it seem like sex is a chore or an obligation. So when sex seems to become a chore or an obligation for women, why are you pressing your man to be monogamous?
And let's start with you, Erica. I seen her eyes just now. Let's start with you, Erica, because you gave the eyes and you looked away like this was one of those questions like, here we go.
Nah, I was just, are you saying why did the woman per se ask for exclusive?
No, so for example, you know, as the relationship, you know, continue to grow, it seems to be like, you know, or women tend to say, my man wants sex all the time, or he wants it too much, and so it may become a chore or an obligation for a woman. So if that's the case, if it has become a chore or obligation, and I see Sparkle as well, she's ready to fire off too. But if it becomes a chore or obligation, then why are you so pressed or just so adamant about your man still being monogamous in the relationship if you don't want to provide him with that portion of the relationship, the sex portion?
Because that's the same chick that was saying I'm not your mother. She busy.
Oh,
sips tea.
So
come on, Trey, man.
All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. It could be that, or it could be. I'm trying to think how to put this.
Say how you feel.
So sometimes when a man he courting a female, he feeling her, and as soon as they have sex, boom, he out. It's like he conquered, he won, and he on to the next. Maybe that's the female's version of haha nigga, I won. Got you locked down, and now
damn,
that's it.
So my thing is, all right, cool, you won, whatever have you said you won. Boom, whatever. But now that I'm monogamous, I've wifed you, put the ring on or whatever have you, or let's say me and you are now exclusive and it's just me and you, and we're gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. So when I come to you for the sexual, you know, our sexual portion of the relationship, or to have sex with you, and you like, no, I'm tired, or I got this going on, or, you know, this, that, and the third, which is fine. We have those moments. Why should I? Now, what's the reason? Like,
okay, the I'm tired thing, I feel like the I'm tired thing, you gotta address it and be like, what's making you tired? She gonna run a laundry list of shit. She gonna say, I had to do the dishes. I had to take care of the kids. I had to do the laundry. I had to work. We gonna take work off the table because I'm assuming both of y'all did it. But I feel like if the household load or the family load is lightened maybe on the female part, then she can't say she tired because y'all equally.
But see,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe she got too much on her plate, and not you, but the guy is he busy in his Nike boots with his PlayStation while she whipping and suds and making.
There's a lot of shots being taken right now.
Even with the response, the man is automatically gonna feel attacked. Like
no,
you're doing
because
the dishes, you're doing this
you're
and doing
asking
that.
why she's tired. I'm saying hypothetically, maybe I don't know. Like
I'm petty.
The things play a part. So
I'm petty because I say I
you
just cut
are.
the grass.
That's fine.
So before hold up, Trey, because I want to hear the women on this because it's more of a woman question. And I definitely want to hear the woman first, and we're definitely gonna get to respond, Trey, because I know you're ready to respond too. But before I move on to Sparkle, I just want to ask Erica, like, so he should just, fall in line. Hey, it is what it is. We're just not gonna have sex as much as you like, and that's just what it is.
Because that's a part of the relationship, and that's what you signed up for. I don't ever believe that in a relationship the man should be denied sex. I don't think that shit should happen when you mad and you beefing. I don't know. I'm a brat, so if I'm tired, leave me the fuck alone. But other than that, like, I don't think that he should be denied because he's going to get somewhere else. So I'm going to try my hardest and make sure my man is pleased. Don't in the morning at 6 o'clock because I'm not a morning person, but I'll be up all night with you, honey. Like, adjust to my schedule, maybe. If I'm using myself as an example, adjust to my schedule, maybe. That's all.
Okay. So you would make sure. So what you're saying is you will make sure your man gets the adequate amount of sex, so he doesn't have to seek somebody else in a relationship.
I was going to say something, but I'm not trying to get y'all taken off.
You can say whatever you.
No, you can say what you want. Yeah. We at the bar.
I feel like if that's what he required, and you should suck his dick from the back. But
I don't want to know you like that because I ain't even lie.
I feel like if that is required of the man.
Shout out to Erica. Shout out to you, sis.
You do whatever you did to get is what you need to do to keep this man.
Okay, cool.
Whatever you did to make him want to be not willing, but want to be exclusive to you, that's what you need to do to keep him.
Okay, respect. Gotcha.
That's it.
Cool. Let's come to you, Sparkle. Shout out to you, sis. Shout out to Erica, sis.
Because like, it is what it is.
So, I think that women want sex just as much as men. I also believe that when a woman is pulling back from sex, it's a problem that men probably aren't.
Hold on real quick, Spark. I'm sorry. Mute Trey, because he's killing us right now. Mute Trey, because he is killing us right now.
All right.
But, all right. Nah, go ahead, Sparkle. I'm sorry.
Do I need to repeat myself?
Yeah, because he had a lot of nonsense going on in the background.
Okay, so women like sex just as much as men. If a woman is pulling back on sex, there's a problem that needs to be addressed.
True.
We like sex too. If she's not doing it, it's for a reason. Handle that shit. Have that conversation, period. Like, there's a conversation that needs to be had. We want to be intimate too. She, like Erica said, she's tired. So that means that you need to take up half of her responsibilities and her task so that y'all can have sex earlier or whatever the case is. So yeah, if she's not giving it to you and it feels like a chore, there's a problem in your relationship, period.
Okay. So if it becomes so you believe what Erica believed, that when it comes to sex, you should, whatever, when your man asks for it, and I understand that every time it's not going to be granted, but you believe that giving your man an adequate amount of sex so he can be happy and he doesn't venture out of the relationship either, right?
Well, I don't believe that just because you give it to him all the time, that's going to keep him from not going outside of your relationship. I think that you could do it as much as you want to, as much as he needs it. And if that's what he wants to do, he's going to do that regardless. So that's not going to keep my man from stepping out.
I got you, but I'm just saying, if that was a problem, because that's what we're tackling right now with this question, you know what I mean? You will make sure that he gets enough sex so he doesn't have to venture out of the relationship.
I don't know. Is it good sex? I think that's a question. Because I've had sympathy
Sparkle,
sex,
shout out to you.
and then I've had like yes, bitch, pull my hair. Oh, I can't say bitch.
No, you can. Come on. Go ahead. You good.
I mean, I've had pull my fucking hair, choke me. But like, if it's not good, I mean, I gotta kind of get myself together for that, you know?
Okay. Respect. All right. So Trey, you heard the question. How you feel about that, man? Because I seen you ready to chime in too.
Man, listen, I got another question for the females, or just in general. Like, why do y'all think, like, as a relationship goes on, sex slows down?
Good question.
Like, and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when y'all first start talking, it's 40 going north. You know what I'm saying? But as time goes on, it's my stomach hurt, my head hurt, you know, I'm tired. Like they said, granted, like you said, it's not going to happen every time you want it, but more often than none. You know what I'm saying? For the people who got high sex drives, like.
Can I be honest? Because we get to know you guys.
Okay.
Like, it's new. Fucking, I don't really know you as well as I do a year later. Like, that shit, you all in. But then it's like, nigga, you leave your, like you said, you leave your socks on the floor. You fucking dirty. I don't like your habits. You don't fucking call me back. Like, I got to know you. I don't think I fucking like you that much. Like, and then it could be, you know, guys think that their sex game is awesome. Some of their sex games needs a little work, and you'll work with them if that's what you want to do. But
so
would you get to know people, and then it's like, I don't know.
How would you tell a guy his sex not good, or what he needs to work on? Because some guys might take offense to it. Like, you'd be like, you tell a guy like, you need to do X, Y, and Z while we having sex. Immediately, he gonna jump in defense mode.
I think it depends on if you like him. If you really care about him, then it's like, you know, you're a little kinder. You're softer. You know, you come gentle.
You're thoughtful in what you say.
It's different. Like, nigga, get up, go home, don't come back.
What? Y'all living together at this point?
I mean, y'all in a relationship, full-fledged relationship.
Yeah, you're in a full-fledged relationship. Y'all living together. Y'all doing the whole, you know, courting and family thing.
I'm gonna help you find another place. This is
wow. Trey, man, let's get back. Jesus Christ,
that's
Trey.
That's major.
How
do you have a living that you cannot be compatible with sexually? Man, y'all can't do it either. Don't try to play with me. Y'all wouldn't be able to do it.
I'm not living with you if your sex bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, that's true.
You just said that.
No. Listen, if we're in a relationship, the sex gotta be good. Like,
but Trey, answer the question though. So would you step out? Like, are you? No. First of all, not even asking that. Not asking that.
Type of question
not asking that. Would you step out? I'm just saying. No. I wouldn't say no. I'm not. And black man don't cheat.
Black man don't
I
cheat.
didn't want it to come off. Hold on, it wasn't coming off like that. I meant to say pretty much was the question, like, do you like the monogamy thing? Like, how do you feel about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you think that the woman should continue to put out?
Yeah, you know? Of course. Like, sex is a big part of a relationship. I don't care how you slice it or dice it. Like, sex is a big part. It's not everything, but that's a big part. Like, to some people, that's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you got to just keep the same thing that got y'all together, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, oh, you pushing for the marriage thing, or you put that pressure on them, and then when you get it, and it's like, oh, I got it now. So I could, I get complacent. What's happened sometimes in relationships? People get complacent. Yeah, people get complacent.
How do you address it when she's tailoring off?
Say that again?
So how do you address it when you feel like you're not getting enough so that she don't feel like it's about to become a chore? Like, oh, I'm on.
If she feel like
at 5 o'clock, I gotta fuck Trey. Oh, sorry.
You good?
Look, listen, I'm gonna do it in the morning, the evening, the night. It don't matter.
No, she was saying, Trey. She was saying like,
I'm gonna tell her. I ain't gonna, like she said, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be genuine with her. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, we need to pick it up a little bit more often. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be a cold-hearted name like, damn, you don't fuck enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, babe, we need to have sex more often than none. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we fell off in that area. So, you know what I'm saying? She gonna respond and capitalize on it, or, you know what I'm saying? She gonna fall by the wayside.
Okay, so would you like, cause like since we asked the women that question, so would you would you pressure her or not pressure her into having sex, because that sounds like rape? But would you but after you had these conversations and things of that nature, like your approach, you said, would be gentle and soft and everything like that. Because, you know, if you're not getting what you need, you will wander off. Or, I mean, you will not necessarily venture out, but your eyes will start to wander. You know, you will look certain places for that fix. How do you feel as though, Trey, if it becomes a chore, if it becomes a chore for the woman, should she let you venture out?
If she don't feel like it, I mean, look, we all got needs. We all. Now, I'm not saying I'm a venture out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if it becomes a chore, then we got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the relationship as a whole at that point. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
If you feel like it's a chore, you're not into it, like, or maybe it's something on my part that I'm doing. Like right. Spock said, every nigga ain't got the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? It might not be as good as you think, but tell me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no shallow guy.
So you said, and then one thing you said before I move on to Kenny, before we move on to you or myself, you said if you was told that, most guys would get on the defense about it. So if let's say you was dealing with Spock or Erica, and they came to you and they like, yo, babe, you know, the sex, you know, I don't feel like doing it because of these things, and these are some areas that you need improvement, or you're not as romantic no more. You just want to go to it. You don't court me all day to make me even feel like I want to give it to you, whatever have you. Because at the end of the day, we know that you got to court a woman all day to make her feel special. You got to get to that point. You just can't come home and be like, especially if you've been in a relationship for me, you just can't come home and like, yeah, hey, drop drawers. Like, no, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But, you know, you have to, it's almost like you got to wind them up like an old clock, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, but I'm just saying you have to wind it up, because like you said, it's normal now. They're used to it. They know they know your routine when it comes to sex. So what do you say if she says to me like, hey, sex has become mundane, or, you know, it's not what it used to be. Like, you know, we used to have sex like jackrabbits. Now it's, I feel like it's a chore. Would you say something? And then when she says something to you about, hey, this is what you need to work on, are you willing to do those things, or are you going to get on the defense?
No, it's like, if I'm a basketball player, if a coach tell me I like an X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna get in the lab. Simple. Okay. I'm the same, the stuff that she asks, and just like I expect the same thing, vice versa. Like, if we've been together for a long time, a lot of stuff gonna get repetitive. But at the end of the day, you still gotta find ways to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes just get a hotel just because. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she might be tired of doing it in the house. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just get a hotel for a weekend. Something different. Put the flowers in the jump, like the candles, you know, let her get some lingerie. I do the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you and not sometimes, you gotta switch it up, honestly. Like, especially when you're talking long-term relationships, you gotta be able to switch things up, and you gotta keep that fire.
Gotcha. Man. So Kenny, I want to come to you. I mean, you're right now, I think you're the only one that's married on the pod today. Sparkle has been married before. Sparkle has been married before.
Am I?
Yes, you are. You're the only one that's married on the podcast.
Technically, I am married. I am on a limited divorce, but by law, I'm still married. Okay.
Okay.
But Kenny,
we are married by law because the courts are closed right fucking now. So fuck it. I'm still married, Kenny.
All right.
Well, Kenny, back to you.
Kenny and
Sparkle. Mute Sparkle, please.
Nope.
But Kenny, coming to you about this situation, being married. You know, what are your thoughts on that, and how do you feel about, you know, the question?
I always like to. I'm not playing devil's advocate, but like, I heard what Sparkle said, I heard what Erica said, but like, what would be your thought if I turn you down in the relationship? As far as
Oh, they don't like that. They don't like that.
No, I was just thinking that. I was waiting for y'all to get y'all opinion because I wanted to know what would happen if the roles were reversed. Like
that's what I want to know. Because
we know what would happen if the roles were reversed.
And then the man said, like, I'm not a machine. Do something. Get it up.
I did that. I'm a little petty in that department. Like, I feel like if you keep telling me no, I'm gonna tell you no. And that point, I'm not. It shouldn't be like you said, one sided. Like every time you want to have sex, we do it. But when I want to have sex, it's an excuse behind it.
You can tell me no. I'm gonna sit there and handle my own business. Sit there right beside you.
It ain't working. I got keys that thing on the kitchen.
Take it. Are you gonna report us? Are you gonna? Is that rape? If I fucking take it?
Technically, yes, that's rape. I didn't consent to it.
If it's not consensual, if I fucking take it,
that's rape in the first degree.
But so okay, Kenny. So what you saying is, okay. I mean,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like if all types of shit can creep in her head, and when it creep in her head, it's gonna be World War III in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I agree, Kenny. I agree because naturally women already go to there must be another woman.
Right.
Denied. I understand that because we're married. We're the married ones on here.
Right. Yeah.
Separated, but
Oh my goodness, man.
Sparkle.
Kenny, Kenny, back to you, Kenny. Back to you. Back to you, Kenny.
Come on with the questions, brother. What you want me to answer next, brother?
Jesus Christ. But nah, like I was saying though, so by you being a married guy and everything like that, and you've been married, what, 8 years, 9 years, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations to you because you beat the 7-year mark supposedly. If that's the mark that you're supposed to be.
Oh, 5-year mark.
So you beat the mark, and not saying that I don't want to know about you and your wife's sex life, of course, but I know y'all have children, and just things that y'all go through and everything like that. So you probably been turned down here and there. How did you make it work, and what made you stay faithful? Because I know
like my man Trace said, you just gotta get creative with it and be spontaneous and do things. You just gotta think outside the box. You gotta know her and then think outside the box and create situations where that intimacy can happen. So that's just from experience. So
can I say something too? Shout out to Trey because Hennessy definitely does help sex. So shout out to that liquor D, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pound Town is somebody going to Pound Town. I'm telling you that.
It brings a whole different party. It's a party. Yeah. So, liquor D and sober D is different. So shout out to you, Trey.
Oh my goodness, man. But I guess I mean, after hearing everybody speak, man, I agree with everybody on the set, and I definitely do. You just got to figure out how to fix it. I do think a woman play a role in that, and their role that they play in it dictates how we move. You know what I mean? Like, I understand what Sparkle was saying too. You can't. If a person's going to cheat, he's just going to cheat no matter what he's getting at home. You know what I mean? That is something that is true. And we can all attest to that. We know some people that may have stepped out and everything like that. But I do think that if it becomes a chore, I would hope that you would communicate that and tell me why. You know what I mean? So I don't have to go look for something else because that's not my intentions.
Choose your words wisely the way you deliver it though, because like we can take that shit so fucking wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but that's anybody. Everybody said that they would say it with a softer tone or be thoughtful about how they present it to each other. But I think that if it does become a chore for a woman and it becomes a obligation, because it's just certain things that with men, we have obligations in a relationship too. We have to hang out with y'all some days, or we have to have our space. We have to have our space. Hold on, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
All right.
What I mean by that is we have our moments where we want to come home, sit down, decompress, but we don't get that. Hey, babe, my day was this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. We have to listen to what you have to say. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have to listen to it. We have to hear it. Now, you done told me what you told me at 12 o'clock at lunch that what was going on. Then you come back home and talk about it.
No. You tell me 12 o'clock at lunch. Then you call me when you get off and tell me about it again. And then when you get home, you want to talk about it at the dinner table. I ain't trying to hear all that shit.
Yeah, like, so it's obligation. Hold up, Sparkle. Let me get my point across. But it's obligations that we have in a relationship as well. So it's things that if I come home and, I've heard this before in previous relationship. What's wrong with you? I ain't wake up with, I ain't the one that pissed you off. Why you coming here with that negative energy? Don't bring that shit in here. So now I want to come home. If you know me and you know who I am and I come home and I do certain things, because most men are routine. That's our problem. We just routine. So y'all follow our routine. If the routine, we don't do the routine, then it's, oh my God, it's the end of the world. So at the end of the day,
can I interject real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, because I want, just like the women throw up this once a month cycle. I expect the way y'all want us to respect that. Could y'all respect if we had a bad day, come home from work, we just want to be in the dark, playing music,
in the man cave.
In the man cave. We just want our own space.
Or
it's the same thing, I think.
It's the same thing.
Like, so sometimes you don't want to be bothered. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I probably don't want to talk to you either. That's fine.
No.
But the thing about it is,
y'all always want to talk. Y'all got more drama and stories about work than a little bit.
But what I'm saying is it's an obligation there too. It's a chore for us to do certain things too. If I came home and had a rough day, but it was something that was supposed to be done in the house is not going to be settled until I complete whatever task that was. If I was supposed to cut the grass, if I was supposed to change a light, if I was supposed to do something, and I came home, the day was longer than expected. For example, me and Sparkle work in the same type of profession. So at the end of the day, our day could be supposed to be a 9 to 5 and turn into a 9 to 9 any day of the week. And if I come home and it's not now, but you said that you was going to do this, but you said you was going to do that. Like, that's my obligation. Just like when I say, babe, I want to have sex, if it feels like a chore and everything like that, I just think that we just got to, if you feel like a chore, communicate it. And let me understand why. So I don't venture out. So I don't feel like it's a lack. I'm lacking in that area, because that may be my love. Physical touch may be something that I need. Physical sex is something that I may need in order for the relationship to work. If I have a high sex drive, whether it's good or not, like I'm open to you telling me that my sex needs some fine tuning, because at the end of the day, my job, if you are the one that I choose, because for men, when we choose out the one that we want to be exclusive with, like, we really, really love you. Like, we really dig you. Like, we really want to be, I don't care if you're on your eyes, Sparkle, we really dig you. So at the end of the day, like, when we choose you, we definitely want to make sure that you guys take care of all the way around the board. Point blank, period. So at the end of the day,
why am I on my second marriage, James? Seriously.
Maybe it's you.
You toxic.
I'm logging out.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Everybody don't get it right on the first try.
Yeah, you didn't get it right. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
To be honest with you, Sparkle, I was the same way.
That shit luck though.
Like, my first time, I didn't get it right.
I think to get it right. I think to get it right the first time, it got a lot to do with luck than the person. Because you can marry a person that's very shitty 10 years down the road.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't want to. Yeah.
How old was you when you got married, Kenny?
28. I'm 37 now, so I've been married for 8 years. 29.
Okay.
Yeah, I jumped the ball a little early. I was 23.
Yeah, you was tripping like big shoes. That was your fault. You should have got married at 23.
I was like 23 the first time too. Shout out to you.
I jumped the ball early.
Young love is the best love. Young love is the best love. It's the old love that you independent with. Like, for real.
I just feel like we didn't evolve with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we was living not two different lifestyles, but you know what I'm saying? I'm more so like I'm an athlete, right? So I play professional, you know what I'm saying? We always traveling. I'm a coach, train and all that, right? So a lot of my time is to the gym. A lot of people can't accept that. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that she did everything wrong, because I didn't spend as much time with her as I should. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you just gotta find that balance.
But,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
It's all good.
Hard as hell.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, not to because we can venture off into other things like we doing sometimes, but I like the conversation that we're having. But I just think that with what's going on, I think it seems like it all goes back to communication. Like you said, Sparkle, initially. Tell me why you feel like it's a chore, so I can fix whatever is making you feel like that. Because you said the first thing you said initially, Sparkle, was the reason why I became a chore is because of something that I may have done or something that I'm doing that makes her feel that way. So I just think that to fix that, I guess we gotta have I guess when it all boils down to it, it's all about communication and talking and making sure that we are all on the same page and just getting it back, because like you said, things can't get mundane and it can come monotonous. So we need to spice it up, like Trey said, and things like that, man.
Yeah, I think it's a
comprehension and communication. Don't just say communication. Comprehension.
Yeah, comprehension. Yeah.
But women love sex too. I think it's a myth. I think that men are overly sexualized. Like, women love to have sex too.
Right. Okay, got you.
So
something's
wrong. There needs to be some sort of remedy there if she's pulling back in that area. Got
you. Okay, cool. And that's good to hear that from y'all, because like I said, when you look at that question, you look at it from a standpoint of like, y'all are not holding up y'all end of the bargain sexually. So, and then if a man step out, he's scrutinized for it. You know what I mean? Because he just take it on the chin and keep rolling. And that's funny.
Women cheat too. Period.
Yeah, so all right, moving on, man, Kenny. You know what I mean? What you got next for us, bro?
Yeah, that's a good question, because man, we gonna have to revisit that, man. That could be a happy hour too.
Yeah,
I had a lot more to ask, and I think it's just asking the women just to hear from them, just to educate myself on it a little bit. Like, how y'all feel when this happened or that happened, you know what I mean? So,
and I also like I said, I'm always gonna be, about listening to the women, because you guys kind of hold the key to certain things. But I do want to hear from our men too, because most men, for us, we tend to hold our stuff in. We're tea kettles, we teapots. I always say that, we hold it in, and then when we lash out, it's because we done bottled everything up instead of just bringing what we have to the table, because we always feel like we can't open up and speak. So, it's good to hear from the men on those things too, man. So, but like I said, Kenny, what's that next question, bro? Hit me with it.
All right, second round. We in the second round. Who compromises more in a relationship, men or women? Who sacrifices more in a relationship, men or women? This can be let's go with, we're gonna merge it at any time, but like, let's get the first question answered, and then we'll throw the follow up after that.
All right,
I'll stop. Go ahead.
No, who you want to start with? I want to start with Trey. I want to see what he's gonna say about that with the first question.
Go ahead, Trey.
I think men, honestly.
Why you think men compromise more than women?
Because men don't technically speak on everything that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we'll bottle up. Me, I'm the type of person, I can see stuff, I could know stuff, but I ain't just gonna blow up the spot right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, then it might come out. But women, not discrediting y'all. Y'all take y'all sacrifices and compromises too. But I just think at the end of the day, a man does more compromises than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Erica, who compromises more?
Honestly, I think it's even. Men may bottle stuff up, but there are women that do too. Like, speaking for myself, I know me. I'm not a person that likes to argue. So it'll be stuff that I just don't speak on, because not only do I not like to argue, but I know my mouth and I know my temper. It can get real quick. So the best thing is for me to pick and choose my battles. Pick and choose my battles, and also some things just have to be addressed at a different time. Watch while after internally I have calmed down. The man may not even know there's an issue.
Now remember though, with compromising before. I mean, I know we're talking about the things that we may bottle up and talk about, but remember, compromising in a relationship that does just mean the wrong things or what you bottling up. Compromise.
No, it's not. And like I said, I think it's 50.
So that's why I'm asking in totality.
We compromise on, just like a man may compromise on. It's so many.
It's vague.
That will disrespect a daggone relationship. It's sick. But there are a whole bunch of dudes that will do the same thing. So while the man is sitting here saying, "Oh well, look, you know, this chick is violating, and this chick is violating, and this chick is willing to do what you not willing to do," the woman may have 10,000 men in her DM too, just like the dude do. She just not speaking on it. So I genuinely feel like it's, as we flow through these conversations and discuss the likes and requirements for a man and the likes and requirements for a female, I feel like it's 50-50. I don't feel like anybody compromises more than the other. I just feel like we compromise on different things.
Okay, I like that answer. I can go with that. Sparkle, what about you?
I think that men compromise everything because it's such a privilege to be with a great man. Hey,
yo.
I'm waiting for the next opportunity to be with such a great man that compromises everything. So like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm available. Bars and entrees. Fucking
it's bar, drinks, and entrees. First of all, I hate it here. I hate it here.
Get the drinks.
All day.
Don't be sarcastic. Don't do that. Don't do that. Who compromises the most?
That's my answer. Like, seriously, I think the guys just compromise everything. And it's such an honor to be with a guy at this point.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's a landslide, but I think it's like 60-40.
Okay.
It's
60-40.
It's such an honor to find a guy that's willing to be down. I'm here for it.
What's the real answer?
What's the real answer, Sparkle? That is not your answer. No, give us the real answer.
Guys,
look at your, it's written all over your face.
Right, cuss us out right now.
You MFers make us feel like
here we go.
Here we go. Want to be in a relationship. So you guys ultimately compromise. Like, it's a chore for you niggas.
Oh, I like that word. It's a chore for us. That was cute.
It's a mother privilege for us to be in a relationship with you because you finally settled down. F y'all. I ain't cussed. So I can come back.
MFers and F y'all.
Yeah. I didn't cuss.
You did. Kenny, how you feel, man? What do you think it is? Compromise. Who you think compromise more?
I agree with Erica, like what she was saying. I'm a person that pick and chooses my battle because I have a temper, and you say some dumb shit, it could really be ugly. So like, not on no tough guy shit, but like I'm a real petty person when I get real angry. Like I don't give a fuck. Like that's just how I am. And so I'll find myself compromising, but I'll shut down. Like I won't say anything, and that makes the problem even worse. But you know, I gotta work on me. I'm not an emotional person. I don't talk with my feelings or do none of that. I hold all that in. I was raised like that. I only know how to talk one way. So. Okay.
And you talking about one aspect of it, but I guess when you think about it, Erica, what you said was dope. And I know even though Sparkle was being sarcastic, I understood what she was saying. But I don't, and now after hearing about everybody say, I don't know. Because at first I did think that men compromise more. You know, and the real reason why I think that men compromise more is because of the saying, happy wife, happy life. You know what I mean? Happy or right, you can't be both. You know what I mean? When you're in a relationship, when you piss the woman off, man, you walking on eggshells. The house is off. The energy is off. The energy is off in the house.
You're the dog.
So the energy is off. Like no matter what, if the energy is off, you gonna always be checking her temperature. You know what I mean? Because You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like that's just what it is. So at first, yeah, I always felt like, you know, men compromise more. You know, we have to, you know, compromise more in a relationship. I always felt like that. Until what Erica said. When you think about it from a total standpoint, I mean, from a whole standpoint, in a relationship, like we said before, everything or every aspect of the relationship is not going to be 50-50. But when you come together as a whole, it should be 50-50. So it's certain things that you're going to do more in a relationship, and there's certain things that she's going to do more. The woman, it's certain things that the man's going to do more in a relationship, and certain things that the woman's going to do more in a relationship.
It
But
should
when it's
end
all
up
said and done,
50-50.
it should end up 50-50 on both ends. So if you look at it from that standpoint, Erica, what you said was kind of dope. I think everybody compromises equally. It's just that they compromise on certain things more than they do if you break the relationship all the way down. But I know, but for me, I definitely thought, because when you hear men talk, or even women, like happy wife, happy life, it's just that what it is. If the woman's not happy, the relationship is gonna be, it's gonna be a little shake, because you're gonna be, as a man, you're gonna walk on those eggshells. It's just what it is. Like, you're not gonna be sitting here like, yeah, you say something, or even if you write about something, if she mad, you because at the end of the day, men don't really want to. Oh man,
we don't want the problem.
Yeah, we don't want the smoke. We don't want the smoke.
Like,
none of that.
Your teacher. Go ahead. No, I was gonna say the. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
I was going to say, like, the feeling that James is talking about. Well, for me, it's like when it's tension in the house. It feel like when my third grade teacher called home, and I come home and the fucking house is quiet, and I don't know what closet my parents gonna drop out. Like, that's the way this shit feel like.
But
So,
also, remember, man, you talked early. We talked about it, and we was talking about, instead of it just being
happy wife, happy life,
happy spouse,
happy house.
So
I'm a firm believer in that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm a firm believer in happy house, happy spouse, but I can say that now because I ain't married. I can say that now because I ain't married, because I've also heard the term, hey, happy or right, you can't be both. Happy or right, you can't be both.
I think maybe I have not been married, but having been in live-in situations, I have been in the happy spouse, happy house, because I've been the one walking on eggshells. Like, deal with a dude who just, he not happy. It don't matter. Like, literally to the way you fold your socks. So you never know what it's going to be, and then you know, if you have to know who you're dealing with.
Of course,
you have to know who you're dealing with. So when you know who you're dealing with, you compromising and you giving on what you're willing to take, what you're willing to argue about, just so that it doesn't escalate.
Yeah.
Compromises all over the place. It's compromises for, let's say, a woman who does not work because her man provides everything for her. She can't risk pissing this dude off to the point where he cuts her off and she got to return to where she came from, because now accustomed to this level of living.
Oh, yeah, this lifestyle. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, she accustomed to the lifestyle. So she tiptoeing and she compromising just to make somebody else happy so that he don't snatch her level of living away.
Okay, cool. Sparkle, coming to you real quick. Second question. I mean, we was gonna merge, but second question, because I think compromising and sacrificing in a relationship is two different things. And I think, being as though you've been married, I think you can attest to this. So with that being said, and it's no shade, no shade. I just think that me personally, and it's no shade, I just think me personally, I think that being married and being in a relationship is two different things. I mean, being married and being boyfriend and girlfriend is total. And Trey can attest to this too, because he's been married. It's entirely two totally different things. You know what I mean? It's definitely more work. Because if me personally, I'm not in a relationship, I'm in a relationship and I'm just a boyfriend, girlfriend, I can walk away anytime, where y'all gonna put in more effort as a married couple. But I want to come to you, Sparkle, because sacrifice. Who makes more sacrifices, men or women?
I think it depends on the situation. I think that both people make sacrifices depending on whatever situation they're in. For example, say someone you're married to has other children, you know, you make sacrifices in that. I mean, they have financial issues, or I mean, it's just a lot of things. I think that both people make sacrifices. I mean, it's hard. So the way that I see marriage is two people coming from two different backgrounds, two different experiences. They were raised differently. So everybody makes sacrifices, even the kids, even, you know, everybody, families that are joined together. You know, say that his family doesn't like my family or doesn't like me. You know, we're all making sacrifices. So I just think that if it's real and true, that everybody has to make sacrifices at some point.
Okay, cool. Trey.
Me personally, I'm a go against the grain, bro. I'm gonna say women make more sacrifices than men.
Okay, why you say that?
Just cause that's their whole state. Like a woman is a more emotional being. A woman tends to details like everything, but women they sacrifice a lot. Like they sacrifice their bodies with like pregnancy. They sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like women sacrifice a lot of stuff, G. And you know what I'm saying? Like men, not saying we don't, but I really do believe that women sacrifice more than men. Like even in the relationship as a whole, like they do. You know what I'm saying? They might just do little small stuff that a man might not. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to or might not do, but they will. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I think it's women.
I can go with that. I respect that. I didn't even look at it from a standpoint of sacrificing your body. I mean, I think we both do, but like you said, we can't reproduce. So, you know what I mean? That's big. That is big. Erica, coming to you. Who sacrificed more in a relationship? Men or women? You're on mute, boo. Erica, you're on mute.
Sorry.
You're good.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a good answer too.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say because at first I wanted to say women just off of GP, but then Trey made some valid points, but I honestly don't know. There are things that men sacrifice that I probably just take for granted, and I'm gonna try to give them the credit just for the things that I can't even think of.
Gotcha. Cool. Kenny.
I agree with Sparkle, man. I don't think it's a right or wrong to this answer. I don't think it's more so to the men or women. I think it do depend on the couple. Like, for me, from my experience, just looking at it, you know, looking back at it and the story being told to me, like my mother made a big sacrifice for my father getting out of the military. He was stationed in Norfolk. He took a job on a whim in Maryland, moved my mom and myself from Philly. We came down here and she went to school down here and ended up getting a good government job and stuff like that. So she really left her life when she established in Philly and came down here, you know, with my father and you know, we've been out here ever since. So I mean, I think it just depends on the couple, and even the sacrifices my dad might have made, you know, while we were here in Maryland, you know, and whatever the case is. But I just think it just depends on the couple and the situation.
I agree with you, Kenny, and I also agree with you, Sparkle. Like you said, hearing you guys talk about it, I like you said, I think it all depends on the person, the couple, and what it is they're sacrificing. So like I can't necessarily say a man or woman sacrifices more. Like you said, it all depends on the situation, all depends on the couple. Like if you look at it from a financial standpoint, whoever the breadwinner is, they're sacrificing more than me, because if you was to get a divorce, whoever really is the breadwinner tends to lose out in that space. If you have kids, and I don't want to talk about divorce because I don't want people to do it, but it happens. But when you have kids, most of the time the male don't get the kids. So you sacrifice in that area. So now you on child support, you on papers, and then you don't get to see your child every day. So that's a big sacrifice to some fathers who are great fathers. Sacrifice, like Trey said, women sacrificing their body, you know, putting themselves through hell to have a child. You know, things that they may be going through, things of that nature. When you look at sacrificing for your job, you know, let's just say you're in a relationship and the woman gets a job and it's out of the state or out of the country. you have to pick up and move, or vice versa is the man. I just think it all depends on the situation. Now that you look at it, and now that everybody's talking about it, I just think it depends on what the situation is, and who it is, and what it is. I don't think anybody. I used to think it was men that sacrifice more too, but I guess that's my chauvinistic side coming out. But I hear what everybody's saying, man, and it does make sense now that everybody's speaking about who makes sacrifices. I think it all boils down to it.
That whole like divorce thing, like you gotta think about like the things your mom sacrificed for, you know what I'm saying? You growing up, I know my mom sacrificed a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And my mom sacrificed a lot to raise me by herself.
Man, my mother raised 3 by herself, and me and my brother played sports. So imagine the things that she had to sacrifice just to make sure we had a jersey on our back, just to make sure.
But even I'm gonna stand up for the fathers though. Like I grew up with my father and my mother, but like my father will buy me clothes, shoes, my sister clothes, shoes, and my mom, and he might not even buy him anything for that whole entire year. You know what I'm saying? Just
but I'm just saying, it's just all about.
My uncle was like
right. I just think it all depends on the situation. I really believe it all depends on the situation and what the situation looks like, for the most part. So it depends on who will make the most sacrifices. Because at the end of the day, another thing is from a man, female standpoint, like I look at it like this. So like when a female moves into the home, we sacrificing our space. If a female move in with us, or a woman moves in with the man, that you're sacrificing your space. You know what I mean? Not saying that she's not gonna put in on the bills, but you're used to living by yourself. And vice versa.
It's the same.
Yeah, vice versa. Right, I'm saying vice versa. If a man moves in with a woman, like y'all decide to say, hey, I'll just move in with you, she's sacrificing her space and how she lived and things like that. So, I mean, that's just surface level stuff. We're not talking about diving in deep to things that you may have to sacrifice, because let's say somebody have mental issues that you that you have to deal with and things of that nature. That plays a role too. So if you have mental issues and you're dealing with somebody, or you're dealing with somebody that has some things that you're not used to or accustomed to, for me, like coming from a single parent home, you know what I mean? Coming from a single parent home, I may not know how it is for somebody who has family time, where, like, I know, for example, Kenny, his parents and all of them, I go over there, they eat dinner all together. I ain't really never did that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never sat down at the table and ate food.
Ate that in a room. Yeah,
that may look different for me. So, you know what I mean? Like you said, I think Sparkle hit the nail on the head, which you said we all come from different walks of life. And by us coming from different walks of life, it all depends on who it is, man.
It's a situation. You said it's no real wrong answer.
No real wrong answer, man. Situational, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. We've made it to the last question, man. Before the last question, we always do we got to do a toast. So I hope y'all cups got something in it. Man, if it don't, please put something in your cup.
Down the bottom. I don't know.
Put something in your cup, man.
Last little bit.
Hey, man, listen, put something in. Don't drink yet, Sparkle. We take a toast, man. Everybody put your glass up, man. And I just want to go around. This is something different this time around. I just want everybody to go around and just toast something. So, Erica, I'm gonna start with you, man. Toast to something, man. I don't care what it is. It can be happiness. It can be, looking forward to the next day. It could be simple, but just toast to something.
I'm going to toast to, and I emphasize good family and friends.
Good family and friends.
Because they will get you through hell on earth. And personally, this year hasn't been the easiest.
Gotcha.
Sometimes family will take you under. So good family, good friend. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Sparkle, coming to you. As always, lady first on the show.
For love and happiness.
Right.
Love and happiness. Trey.
Right.
Man.
Trey,
toast to more life, man. Toast to, like she said, keeping a good circle, man. I can't thank my supporting cast enough, man. Like, I went through, like you said, that accident, bro. It put me in a different mental space to where it's like, the support that's been coming to me, the text, the calls, the everything, man. Like, I ain't know I had touched that many people. You know what I'm saying? And for people to express that to me and stuff like that, man, it's surreal. So, man, toast to more life, toast to more blessings, toast to self-improvement and success in his own realm.
Got you, Kenny.
Everybody hit everything, man. I'm just gonna say toast to being black. I love being black. So all my black people. You know what I mean? Especially in these days and time.
Solid.
I guess I'll round it up, man. Like everybody said, but most importantly, man, toast to all of y'all. Toast to all of y'all. Wish y'all much success. I wish y'all happiness. I wish y'all peace. Like Erica said, 2020 has been a rough year, as we know, and we know why it's been a rough year. But toast to everybody here on the podcast. Y'all here with us, and we appreciate it. So toast to all of y'all, and I wish you guys much success in whatever future endeavors y'all got going on. I wish y'all the best. So toast.
Toast, man.
Toast.
Last call, man. Last call.
If you ain't tapped, you gotta take another one. That's mandatory. You gotta tap before you drink.
Yeah. So for the last probably umpteen shows that we've been doing, man, the last question we've been asking is who would you like to have a bar drink with and why? Doesn't matter who it is. Could be somebody dead or alive, rich, famous, or somebody that's just close and near and dear to you. With that being said, I'm gonna start with you, Trey.
Before we already had 15 people that said Jay-Z, so we can pick somebody.
Yeah, I mean, but for me, it can be anybody in the world, man. Whoever you would like to have a bar drink and entree with, man. Who would you like to have that with?
I'm torn between Tupac and Nip.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would just want to pick their brain. You know what I'm saying? They didn't think like your average person. You know what I'm saying? They thought outside the box. Like even when you used to talk about Nip, you know what I'm saying? Of course he had jewelry, he had this, that, and the third. But the most thing he said, I'm trying to get some real estate. I'm trying to get some land, this, that, and the third. And even what stuff Pac was talking about, the stuff Pac talked about in his songs is still going on today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just like the realness in that, to pick their brain, to learn from them, to, you know what I'm saying? Like, be a sponge. I would definitely love to be with Nip and Pop, like for sure.
The sitting right between them.
Man, that energy would be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
The knowledge I would gain would be crazy. Like I couldn't go wrong at that point.
Got you, man. That's dope. Sparkle. Who would you like to have a bar drink and entree?
Shout out to Kenny Sis. I met her on the first show. I'm gonna go with Harriet Tubman. Like seriously, like this is one of my I got their little sister. She in my office. Like she's seriously fearless. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to her. She was 4'11", fiery. You know what I'm saying? To be 4'11" and carry rifles underneath your dress, like. I'm with the shit. Like I hope she would drink with me, but if she didn't, I would get effed up and still hang with her. But like for a woman to be so fearless, and, you know what I mean? Like I'm with it. Like I respect that. So
shout out to our women.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Because it wouldn't be no us if it wasn't for y'all.
Yeah,
at all.
Super. She ain't feared a whole lot of nothing, if anything. So that's with the girl.
Definitely. Oh. Erica. Last but not least.
So I almost want to still trade two people, but almost. But on a personal level, I got two other people. So it would be my dad and my grandmother, who is my favorite Golden Girl. Like that was
Auntie?
Her last name, yep.
Auntie, man.
And I'm pretty sure she probably had a rifle under her dress too.
Yeah. And she was about 4'11".
And she was about 4'11". So I'm like, when I like talk to my mom, it's so much that I rehash about my grandmother. She was a whole trip and a half. 2 Geminis in a house is not nice.
Sparkle's a Gemini. That's why she did that.
my grandmother was a May Gemini and I'm a June Gemini. And for my dad, like, we had a complicated relationship and we were just getting to a good place. And he had been battling cancer for 10 years. So that became an underlying condition. And this super cold that we call in COVID came and took him out. So those would be my two, because I want to make sure that he knew everything that he needed to know about his kids and how much they cared about him. So
man, sorry to hear that about your dad too.
Man, very sorry to hear that.
thank you.
Oh
man. Well, you know, we here. We got through the show. We appreciate everybody that was on the show, man. Thank you guys again for being on Bar Drinks and Entrees, man. Season 2, episode 7, total 17. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bar Drinks and Entrees on YouTube. Where else can they find us, Kenny? I know it's Spotify.
We available on all audio streaming platforms. So whatever you'll pick, choose, Google, Apple, Spotify, Anchor, whatever, you'll find us.
Oh, man. I appreciate God, man, for, you know what I'm saying, even building a platform, you know what I'm saying, and putting people on it, man. Definitely, man. Blessings and prosperity.
We working on a few surprises. We can't announce nothing yet, but we working on a few surprises though. But you know, we starting to see this thing grow. So
yeah, man, and we appreciate y'all taking the time out, man. You know, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? Yep. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Make sure they check us out, Bar Drinks and Entrees. Hey, man, please promote it. If you like it, promote it. If you don't like it, still promote it.
Still promote it.
No choice, man.
Yeah.
Promote it. Yeah. I see everybody win.
Yeah, man. If you like it, promote it. If you don't like it, promote it. And please, please, please make sure you vote. I know all of us are in Maryland right now. Early voting is next week, October 26th.
Yep, that's Monday.
Yeah, starting October 26th through I think the 30th, that week, the 29th, I think. The 3rd.
November 3rd,
And November 3rd is the actual date. But if you get out there to the poll, that's what I'm saying. Early vote, man. If you get out there starting October 26th for the state of Maryland, I'm sorry, I don't know what it is in DC and Virginia. It could be the same, it could be not, I don't know, but I do know for Maryland because that's the state I live in, man. Please go vote. Don't matter who you vote for, just vote. I mean, of course, you know, I ain't really rocking with Trump, so, you know, but please vote. You know what I mean? But other than that, thank you again. It's been another episode of Bar Drinks and Entrees. I'm James.
We out.
Love y'all.
Yeah, love y'all, man. Please.
We out.